Well, she is heavy on my mind and my heart today. Um, it's kind of becoming the norm. I mean, we're 2.5 years after she left, and it's still not easy, but I am managing in whatever ways I can. I got me this was probably a few months after she left, when I could finally breathe again. I got me a journal app on my phone, and I write in that regularly. And I know that's probably a crutch that's keeping me hanging on and not totally letting go, but it works for now, and it helps me to say what I want to say, and it's been quite the roller coaster ride when I go back and read some stuff I wrote. There's a roller coaster ride. Anger, supposedly all the stages of grief, I guess. And I've certainly had them, maybe not in the order that people say you have them. And some seem to keep coming back around. And that's reflected definitely in the journal, but I think my biggest struggle is, and the reason I struggle, is because I try and convince myself that I shouldn't love her. And that is a fight in myself. And I think I gotta just stop fighting that, because I love her. And I don't think that's going away. And if it does, it's going to go away in its own time. And so a lot of my struggle is beating myself up for still loving her, still wanting her. And a lot is because, society says, oh, you got to let go, and how could you love someone who did that and left you like that? And I think I don't give a fuck what society says. I love her, and always will. And I'm just trying to figure out the best way to, move on and not suffer. The pain comes and goes. Like I said, it all left for months after the hypnosis, and until I took the DMT, and then it came back, and I'm having messages as to why it came back and the reasons for it, but it's back, and I just gotta live with it. I just gotta keep moving forward, and I'm working on that. And the journal helps. There's lots of things that have helped over this time since she left. And the journal helps. I can share what I want to share. And sometimes I just go in and share my day and something I've gone through. And like I said, I know that that's a form of staying attached and holding on. But it works for me right now, and I suspect one day, if I'm ready, I'll let go of that too. I don't know how to just completely let go of her and what we had and how much I love her. And most of the time I hope she's happy, because I love her, and even though it kills me that I'm not the one making her happy, I want her to be happy. There are those days where I hope she's miserable so that she'll come back, but for the most part, I I wish her well, and I really want her to have a happy, joyful life. I just wish that that happy, joyful life could be with me. But definitely one thing you learn in matters of the heart is you don't control. I can control how I feel. I can't control anything about how she feels or what she does, or I can only control what I do. And it's a long journey, it's a long healing process. And I'm okay with that. And I'm figuring it out moment by moment, how to heal and how to move on. And I guess that's the best that any of us can do, is just do what we can to move on, even if it hurts. Even if we don't want to move on, there comes a point where you just have to. And like I said in the other video, I am moving on with my life. So much shit has happened and my life has changed, and I've taken steps to be happy. And for the most part, I am happy and I love my life. I wish she was here sharing it with me. But I'm happy with my life and the way I'm going and the paths I'm taking. And that's, I guess, the most that we can hope for or work towards. I really don't foresee ever not loving her. I just don't see that. I used to say, you know, I love you always, and our thing used to be I love you more. And by I love you more, what I meant was more than anything that could tear us apart. And I still mean that. I meant it when I said it. And I still mean it. And I just don't think that's going to change. But who knows? We don't know what's going on. None of us really know anything. So the best we can do is keep plugging through each day, finding what works for us, what works to help us move on. And the journal is one of the ways that I can kind of let these feelings out, share my feelings, so that they don't bundle up inside of me until they explode, which has happened before I got the journal. So it's a good tool, and right now that seems to be working for me. We shall see in the future if it continues to, but for right now, that's what's working, and I think that's what we all have to do, is find the things that allow us to, you know, live our life and experience life and be happy, even if we can't be the one with the one that we want to be with. So yeah, if you're struggling, if you're going through the same stuff, try keeping a journal. The cool thing about keeping a journal is you can let out all the so-called horrible things that you wouldn't maybe feel comfortable saying in person. But let it all out. Share every bit of it. And go with it. But that way you can let it out, because I think it's important to let everything out. Don't let it just build up inside of you. And the journal works great for that. at least for me. Obviously, I can't speak for anybody else, but I do think that the journal could help with a lot of people, and it helps with a lot of processing as well. Even going back and rereading what you wrote, it helps you process where you were at that point, where you've come since then. It's a good tool, and it's one that I think is very important in my journey anyways. I don't know where I'd be without it. Alright, so that's all for today. We'll talk later. Bye.